Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this Disconnect Masterclass at Royal Delft here in Delft, the Netherlands. My name is Erik Bakermans. I'm heading up the Meetings and Conventions Department here in the Netherlands. And next to me is Edo Anso from Royal Delft. Edo, thank you for having us this afternoon.
All right, thank you for coming.
You're welcome. So before we continue with introductions and what we're going to do the next 60 minutes, we made a small video of this beautiful museum. So let's have a quick watch. So, Edo, we are here at the Royal Delft. Obviously we are in a lockdown, so there are some things under renovation, but we hope you will look through that, of course. Edo, what are we doing here? What is this staircase?
Alright, so this is the big entrance hall of the Royal Delft factory. The factory was founded almost 400 years ago in 1653, and ever since then we have been making hand-painted Delft blue ceramics. But much more than that. So we also used to make building ceramics, which you can see around in this hall.
Yeah, magnificent. So I believe there is an artist at this moment painting. Shall we have a look at what he's doing?
All right, let's go take a look. So, let me introduce you to one of our master painters. This is Jan Willem. He's the head of the painter department. We still have 15 painters working for us and making hand-painted Delft blue. And in order to become a master painter, you have to do a training of 10 years. So in the first couple of years you will learn the basic techniques like simple flowers, and after 4 to 5 years you will start with landscapes, the iconic windmills and Delft blue decorations, and after about 8 to 10 years you will be a master painter.
Wow. And
very importantly, you can recognize a hand-painted piece by our trademark, which is always on the back or the bottom of the piece. And you can see that trademark over here. So among all the souvenirs that you will find in Amsterdam and also in the city center of Delft, this is how you know that it's a hand-painted piece by, for instance, Jan Willem. And on the left side of the trademark you will find the painter's initials. So you can even see that he made it.
It's almost another version of a signature dish.
Exactly. Let's take a quick look in the museum.
Yeah, let's do that.
So when becoming a master painter you will be able to do the bigger tile pictures, the tableaus and complicated decorations, and over here we see an example of that, which is a replica of Johannes Vermeer's Little Street of Delft. Another work from Vermeer that you might know is The Girl with the Pearl Earring, and Vermeer was also from Delft, a Delft painter, so that's why we make the Delft blue items from him as well. And well, in our museum you can of course see many items. One of the pieces that you can see here is, for instance, the dinner set that we made for the royal family. This was made in 2017. But today, of course, we're going to try our own hand at painting a little tile. So let's move to the big museum room, and there we will start the painting workshop.
And of course, you have received a an invitation from my colleague Umberto Benavente, who would also like to give a quick word of welcome to our English guests. Umberto, take it away.
Hello everyone. Hope you're all doing well and ready to paint. My name is Umberto Benavente. I'm your contact from the Netherlands Board of Tourism and Conventions in the UK. Currently, I am at my home office in Battersea Park, London, and I am very looking forward to painting with you all and learning a bit more about you and how you're all doing under these difficult times. Some of you know that before the pandemic, we usually organize this type of relational events at the private residence of the Dutch ambassador. However, due to these times, we just wanted to disconnect from the serious stuff and connect in a different way. So we thought, what a better way than traveling all the way to the quaint city of Delft, where they have the Royal Delft blue pottery factory, and learning to paint some tiles. So all our partners here today and ourselves are very keen to connect with you, to relax with you, and even though it's in a virtual way. We will do our best to bring some relaxation, some fun, and hope that we will disconnect together with you, painting together. Eric, Edo, the floor is yours. Enjoy.
Okay. So we're back here in Delft, and next to me, Edo Anso is going to share something about this beautiful little statue which is here under this glass jar bell, if that's the right word. But it has a reason why it is on this table. And
yes.
Specifically to our audience in the UK. So what do we see here?
Well, after we do the painting workshop, we will have a raffle. And this is the prize that you can win when we pick out your name from the raffle. And we picked this with a reason, because this is called Proud Mary. And Proud Mary is a figurine called after Mary Stuart II. And she was the Queen of England and the Netherlands in the 17th century when this company was founded in the Glorious Revolutions. And the reason we made a figurine after her is that she was a big ambassador of Delft Blue. And she herself was one of the main reasons that Delft Blue, the ceramics from Holland, became famous worldwide. So that's why she deserves her own statue. And the winner of today's raffle will get her own, his or her own Proud Mary at home.
Wow, that's a beautiful gift.
Yes.
And a special prize to win. So without further ado, I suggest that we move over to our table. All right. And I'll explain what is going to happen shortly. So all right. Let's take our seats.
Let's go.
So, first of all, I would like to introduce our guests, all our attending guests this evening. So what I will do is I will ask all of you to quickly mention, or not quickly, but mention your name and your company or the organization you work for, and then we'll continue the masterclass. So I would like to start and give the word to Bart Antonissen from Amsterdam and Partners. Bart. I'm not sure if Bart can hear me. Okay, you have to unmute yourself.
I was not able to unmute myself, but hopefully you can hear me now. Yes, hello, I'm Bart. I'm working for the Amsterdam Convention Bureau, and I'm here from Amsterdam. So looking forward to paint with you all today.
Thank you. Amsterdam Conference Center, Beurs van Berlage.
That's me. That's Jean Butler. Looking forward to sharing my painting skills with you all and meeting you. Let's bring it on.
Okay, great. KLM Royal Dutch Airlines, Jack.
Do you hear me now?
Yeah.
Good. Hi everybody, glad you could all join us on this video session. Looking forward to make some nice Delft Blue tiles with all of you. And I'm of Air France KLM, Global Meeting and Events. So whenever you can go again on the planes, we would love to welcome you.
Thank you, Jack. Postillon Hotels, Stephanie.
Hi, good evening. My name is Stephanie and I work for Postillon Hotels and Convention Centers. Good to see you all. I'm looking forward to do a great job.
Thank you, Stephanie. Rai, Amsterdam Convention Center, Anita.
Unmute, yes. Hello, I'm Anita Soels. I'm from Royal Amsterdam. As I just said, I look forward to making great art for my walls, and I look forward to this meeting, to this session.
Thank you, Anita. Rotterdam partners, Mirjam.
Hi, welcome from Rotterdam. Live here from Rotterdam, Rotterdamse Rijweg, the historic road to Delft. So that's interesting, practically neighbors. Very happy to meet you tonight.
Thank you, Mirjam. The Hague Convention Bureau, Nadir.
Yes, hi guys, I'm Nadir Abutale from the Hague Convention Bureau. I was hoping for something more in the line of Bob Ross, but Delft Blue, why not?
Thank you, Nadir. And last but not least, Utrecht Convention Bureau, Monique.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. A warm welcome, and well, I'm happy to meet you at least this way. We would have hoped to meet you live, but we will do that shortly, hopefully. So let's have some fun and well, continue the conversations after.
Thank you, Monique. And along the coming hour, we will introduce our guests from the UK, so we can start off and explain some rules of the game this evening. Now, obviously, I need you to keep being logged into Zoom and keep your camera on at all times. The live stream will be visible through Zoom as well as on YouTube, but only in Zoom you will be able to ask questions or post reactions. If you would need help with your painting, one way or the other, please raise your hand in Zoom so we can help you if things don't work out as they should, but I can't imagine what the difficulties should be. Am I right?
Well, we'll discover that.
We'll discover that, yes. If you would like to post anything on social media, please do so on hashtag like Netherlands, hashtag Royal Delft. Now, actually, this is not about what we normally do at trade shows. Trade shows, that's a memory from the past. This is really something to disconnect. We're not talking work, we're not talking business, we just have a good time amongst each other and try to have and to learn something, a little piece about the beautiful art of painting Delft blue. Now, if I have not forgotten anything, then I look at my esteemed colleague Lindsay, who's in the background and giving me all kinds of details what I should or should not do. Now, Edo, you're going to learn us something about the noble art of painting Delft blue.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, I would suggest go
right.
and start.
What a build-up! Thank you very much for the introduction. Well, everybody at home, welcome to the painting workshop. I hope you have your package unpacked and you also brought a cup or a little bowl of water. I think Umberto gave you that instruction. That's the only thing you need to add to everything that was already in the box. Let's go through the items real quickly. Your tile is already in the box, I think, so take it out of the box because we're going to paint on it. And later on we can put it back in there so you can put it on your nightstand or wherever you want to put that. So now you have two tiles. There's one tile that is very porous and it has the outlines of the design that you are going to make on it. And you have another tile which is a fully glazed tile. And the glazed tile is our palette. So we're going to use that to mix paint on. There's also a broken piece, a shard in your box. Umberto was very stressed about this. He thought that we send everything to him broken, but this is actually your practice piece. So we're going to start out with that little practice piece. Just put the real tile aside for now and take the practice piece. And then you might have already seen that you have two different types of brushes. There's a brush with a pointy end, and there's a brush that doesn't have that pointy end. Now, for the first part of the workshop, I want to start with the brush with a pointy end. This is the brush that we're going to use to make the lines. So take that brush in hand, and we're going to First you have to put some paint on the glazed tile. So just take it out of the cup that we sent you and put some paint on the glazed tile. And once you've done that, you can dip your brush in the water and add some water to the dried paint that is now on your glazed tile. And you're going to make a part of the paint wet, not all of it. Some of it can just stay dried in the corner. And we're going to make a puddle of blue under the dried paint. So you want to fill up your full brush with paint so it's completely blue, because for the lines we have to use a really, really dark shade of blue. So just keep stirring that around, keep adding some water so it really flows on there. And once you've made a nice blue puddle, we can try and make some lines. Now, like I said, we're going to start with the practice piece, so the chart that is in the box. Take it out and only the tip of the brush touches the shard. And that's how you can make a line. Now, this brush is also sometimes called the puller. So that means we pull it from the top down, and we don't push it because otherwise it flips over. So it's a bit different than using a regular pen. So that means if you would want to make a circle, you start at the top, pull it down on the left side, stop, and then start at the top again and put it down on the right side. Maybe try writing your name, doing some curved lines, some straight lines, just to get the hang of this. And you see that the paint in my brush actually lasts quite long. I don't have to fill it up after every stroke. That's because the thick part of the brush is actually like a reservoir. So when we want to fill that up again, just stir it around in the puddle of blue that you made, and it fills up again, and you can start making more lines. Now for the actual tile that we send you, some of you have the girl with the pearl earring, some of you have the kissing couple, maybe even some other designs. Once you feel comfortable with making lines, we're going to move to this tile. And the painters here at Royal Delft always start at the middle. So let's give that a go. Don't be afraid to paint. Just pull it down, from the top down. It's your own little creation, so don't be afraid to make some mistakes.
You know, Edo, I get the same feeling when I'm watching this American realist painter, Bob. You know,
I think I know, yeah.
The guy with the big curly hair.
Yeah. And you know, this is always fun. You guys are all in events, right? So we often get bigger groups here at Royal Delft, even firefighters. We had a group of firefighters once, but this activity always gets people quiet. Even the most loud groups, it's almost like a meditation.
Shall we ask how one of our UK guests is doing? Like, let me start off with Hannah. Hannah Jarvis, where are you?
Hello, hi.
Hi, how are you?
So far, so good. I'm good, thank you.
Yeah?
I work with MCI UK, so we do a lot of large congresses and conferences. This is my progress so far. I don't know if you can see that.
So what is your image? What is the?
I think the girl with the pearl.
The girl with the pearl
That's
earring?
the one, the girl with the pearl earring, yes.
Okay. Good to see you. Good to have you with us.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Shall we move on to Eloise? Where are you?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, it's nice to be here and thank you so much for the invitation and the great organization. I'm from the International Federation of Gynecology and Obstetrics, and I'm currently also working on the girl with the pearl. I'm not a natural artist, so this is what we've got so far.
Fantastic. Okay. Well, continue the good work, and I'm looking forward to see the end result.
Thank you.
Yeah, you have done this many more times, have you, Edo?
I have done this quite sometimes. Yeah. I'm not really a master painter yet, but I have some training.
So while we are painting and chatting, I was wondering, Bart, what's the situation at the Capitol? And I'm not saying momentarily, but it's probably quiet on the streets as everywhere in Europe.
Yes. Well, the situation in the Capitol, you mean business-wise? Well, business-wise it's quiet.
No. Let's keep it fun.
Let's keep it fun. Well, with me it's actually quite good. Healthy and basically working from home, but that's fine. It's actually quite nice to work from home and to sit in my garden now when the sun comes out again. I really enjoy that, and I try to make a walk every day and explore my neighborhood. Yeah. Basically, I work in Amsterdam. I live in Amsterdam in the northern part, so it's not really a touristic area normally, so nobody really knows it. But it's really a nice part to live. You have a lot of little old houses with little gardens, so that's really a nice place to walk around. So
Thank you.
Yeah.
Shall we move on to Paul Colston? Where are you? There you are.
Hello, guys.
How are you?
Very well, thanks. Although my painting skills haven't progressed much from nursery school. I think I have a yacht, but you wouldn't notice from what I...
No. I can clearly make out a yacht out of it. Yes.
But
That's a great yacht.
I love the colour because it's the same as my football team, Everton.
Fantastic.
And I'm the editor of Conference and Meetings World and Exhibition World in London for Mass Media.
Yes. So we know, of course. So what would be the first thing you would do, Paul, once the, let's say, I'm not saying the lockdown, but when things are back to normal in the UK, well, normal as what we all want it to be, what would be the first thing for you to do?
To drink this, but in a pub. Hopefully toasting an Everton victory.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, that's...
seriously, we have our trade show. We also are the owners of International Confex, and we hope to run it on the 22nd of June, which is the day after the country has been declared open, hopefully, fingers crossed. And of course, we all hope things continue in that direction. But it's the first show that will come back, we are hoping.
Yeah, then you would be, I think at least in Europe, the first one. Don't you think so?
I think so, although our colleagues, of course, in the German messes have run events in September, but I think after this wave, we would be the first back, yes.
Well, especially, let's say, in our line, in our field, as of a show for meetings and conventions, that would be the first one, right?
Yes, indeed. Although I think our Turkish colleagues in Istanbul are hoping to run the Ace of Mice in June as well.
Yes, I see. Okay, right. Well, let's hope for the best, and that you will be able to run that show.
Of course.
Okay.
Great. Thank you for this.
You're welcome, Paul.
A wonderful experience.
Good.
I have a Delft clock on my mantelpiece downstairs, and I always wondered how it was made.
Well, now you know.
Yeah.
So, how are we progressing, Edo?
Well, personally, I'm doing fine. I hope the rest is too, that they're not beating themselves up.
No. I will ask one of our guests. Let's go to Kaylee. Kaylee, where are you? There you are.
Hi. Yeah, thanks for this painting workshop. It's great. So I'm Kaylee, and I'm one of the senior producers at C40. My tile is coming along. I don't know what.
Beautiful.
Almost done.
Made a bit of an error, but looking good. Yeah, so C40 is a climate leadership group that works with mayors, and we do a lot of kind of global conferences on climate policy.
I see.
Yeah.
How have you...
They're virtual at the moment.
Excuse me?
Virtually at the moment.
And how have you, how have you experienced the last year?
We've shifted towards virtual events, and then we've also internally been working on a lot of thought leadership pieces and policy work and project managing other creative projects rather than full-time events. But we're hoping that we're coming back with a World Summit in 2022. And then we're kind of refocusing more on events.
Yeah. Thank you, Katie.
Thank
you for being with us. Nadir, how is your work progressing?
I was kind of hoping you wouldn't ask.
No, I caught you.
Let's see. I'm obviously blaming it on the tile because the lines aren't as clear, obviously. But I hope you can make it out. I'm not too happy with the corners.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, I'm having a bit of difficulty with my corners as well. They're not really transferred well with the outlines, so it's, it's your own creative interpretation.
It seems that the smaller the lines get, or the tinier the curves are, I don't know, just mess it up, but it's fine.
Thank you, Nadir.
Everybody's very focused.
Yeah, it is silent.
I think we can slowly move on to the next part of the workshop and do the coloring. And for some of you who haven't finished all the lines, don't worry, you can continue afterwards.
Perhaps shall we ask everybody to keep up their tile before
sure.
camera?
I have like
and see what they made out of it?
Progress.
Look, that's beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah. Very good. A little bit closer, Jack. Yeah.
I see. We have a lot of flowers. Some boats.
Okay, fantastic.
All right, guys, great job. I hope you're having fun doing this. Now, let's put the real tile aside for a second again and move back to the chart, to the practice piece. And like you might have guessed, we're going to move on to the next brush that we haven't touched yet. If you did, please clean it out in the bowl of water. If not, please make it wet and then move some of the clear water to the bottom corner of your plate, of your tile. Just clear water this time. And then we're going to add a little bit of paint, a tiny bit of paint, to that puddle of water to make a really light shade of blue. Because in a minute we're going to start first by doing all the really light shades, and then we're going to move darker, because you can make a light shade darker, but not the other way around. So I'm going to keep adding some water to make it a little bit lighter, so I have a really light shade of blue. And then just put it to the bisque and also pull it down. Don't go too slow, because you will have a lot of water drops on your chart. Now with this thicker brush, if you push it harder, you will get a thick line. And if you push it softly, you will get a really thin line. So if you want to make that little puddle that we made a little bit darker, you just add some paint. And you can make a different shade. So try making
multiple shades to give your painting a little bit of depth. And usually at the end of every stroke there's a little water drop, but that's actually how you can tell that it's a hand-painted piece. And with this, on the actual tile, you know, it doesn't have to be all inside the lines. It doesn't really matter. You can give your own, again, your own creative interpretation to it. So if you feel ready, you can move back to your tile and do some
Edo,
colors.
just a question came to mind. Why is it blue and not red or pink or green? Is there a special reason to this?
Well, it's a good question. We've been wondering that as well, because it's already made for about 400 years, so it's difficult to tell. But my guess is actually that in that time period, in the 17th century, there wasn't much blue around, because blue doesn't exist that much in nature. So I think they just really liked the resilient blue color, that it may have looked very modern in the 17th century compared to other colors. But along the years that Royal Delft has existed, we have made many different collections. We had a Delft black, a Delft green, Delft red, but it never got quite as popular as Delft blue. So we just stick at what we're good at and what people want to see. So it's still blue and white.
And the paint itself, what is the main ingredient, so to speak?
Well, it's a secret recipe. So, but the most important ingredient is, I can tell you, is cobalt oxide. And usually actually we paint with a black paint that turns blue once you fire it in the kiln. Because cobalt oxide undergoes a chemical reaction once fired that turns black into blue. But this paint was already burnt, especially for the workshop, because we cannot send it back and then fire it and all that. So that's why this paint is already blue, but usually it's painted in black.
Okay.
So it's what we call cobalt blue, actually.
Cobalt blue.
Yeah.
Nika, how is your work progressing?
Oh, it's going really well. I'm really enjoying it. Thank you for having me. Trying to find a camera. There we go. I have the flower. Thank you for the flower selection. I really like it. But yeah, just to introduce myself, I'm head of events for FIGO. I'm Eloise's colleague, so working for International Federation of Gynecology and Obstetrics on their international events. And our next event is in October this year, and we're going virtual with it. Unfortunately, we were due to go to Australia, but not this year.
October, but that's still far. Well, let's say, well, in these times, a little bit far out. But you still had to decide it's going to be totally virtual, online.
Yes, mainly because Australia has decided to close the borders till the end of the year, so we didn't have a choice. But luckily they closed it soon enough so that we can make plans for the virtual, so it's not too late.
Okay. And this is so I presume that the conference preceding the one which is going to take place in Australia was also virtual?
No, because we're on a triennial rotation.
Oh, yes,
so
that's
our
true.
previous one was in 2018.
Okay.
So, yeah. But we did do a hybrid regional one last year in December, mainly virtually, and we had a hub in Kigali in Rwanda.
I see. Okay. And what will be your first thing to do as soon as we're out of this situation?
I don't think we want to think about it quite yet, but in the lines of that pub and that beer would probably be it, yeah.
Is it true that there's going to be a national holiday in Great Britain once the lockdown is finished? There are some rumors about it.
I think we're definitely going to push for it.
It's quite a fun thing to do. I think we should do the same here in Holland.
Okay, thank you, Nika. Shall we, let's see what Monique is doing from Utrecht.
Well,
how's the coloring going?
Better than the first time I did it a few months ago. Can you see it a bit? I have the flower, but I did make a few mistakes.
That's all right. It looks good.
Yeah.
So Yeah, we will have to wait and see what comes out of it in the end. So that's it.
So Edo, thank you, Monique. Do we, Edo, do we need to put our tile into the oven once we're done or not?
No, actually, especially for events like this, we that's why we made the paint blue already.
Mm-hmm.
So once we're done, we're gonna put it back in its box, and you can take out the, well, what do you call this? The lid, or the, you can take that off, and then you have your own little box. And this was designed to also be a stand. So on the back of your box, you have like a, you can fold this out and just put it on your desk like that.
Wow.
So that's all taken care of. They don't need to be fired.
Okay. Jean, I believe you have reached up, you put up your hand, is that right?
Yeah, I did, because my Delft blue is actually Delft black. I got black paint.
Oh, it is, okay. Well, after the event, we can take a look at that. Maybe we can send it back and fire it for you. So you have the real Delft blue then.
No problem at all.
Must
but
have
I'm
been
happy
a
with the
mistake.
result.
Well, the experience is the same, so.
Exactly, yeah, no, I think it's a very good result indeed.
John, you're just too advanced. That's what it is. They were like, you're ready. You're at master level.
I didn't want to say, but apparently I am, yeah.
Through your black period.
Yeah, this is the black period. It is.
So Gabriel, while you were on screen.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, very well, thank you. Just in the... I think it's not too bad, I think.
No, not at all.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Not bad. I'm surprised. Although I think if I didn't have the dots, I'd be lost. But this is yeah, it's really good.
We all need a little help.
I'm good. I'm waiting for that national holiday. I didn't, hoping. I hope that the UK give us a national holiday. I think the world deserves a holiday after what's been going on. But it's all good enough for us. So you've got a lot of obstetrician and gynecologist societies, although we're different from NICA. We're the International Society for Ultrasound in Obstetrics and Gynecology. And we did our last event in 2020 was completely virtual. And this year we are researching hybrid to see whether we can do it or not. That's keeping us busy. And we've got our medium-sized events, which is going to be the first one we've taken in-house, and it's going to be in April, virtually. So all very busy at the moment.
Okay, very good. And have you been working from home, or were you able to go to an office, or?
Oh, I'm in my kitchen.
Yeah, no, I saw it. That's why I'm asking.
Most people see, I maybe sometimes shuffle them to the side when I'm doing sort of webinars and stuff. But no, I'm in my kitchen as my spice rack. Well, actually, everything. It looks quite.
No, it looks rather cozy and homey. As in Holland, in the Netherlands, we would say gezellig.
Gezellig.
Gezellig, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like cozy, but there's no English word for it.
But yeah, it's like everything, isn't it? It's come with its benefits and its downsides. One obviously being the kitchen whole the day. I can snack to my heart's content. But yeah, it would be nice to see colleagues again. It was you do miss it, don't you?
I think we all long for that so much. So let's go over to Jack. How are you doing? I can't hear you.
Now you can hear me.
Now I can hear you.
Yeah, it's. I will do it quickly because it's not exactly as it should be. Where is it? Oh.
Yeah. You already packed it.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
But the light is too much in here.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay, beautiful.
It's not original flower.
It got a bit bigger.
I like to have extensive flowers in my house.
That looks great.
But I was experienced. I did it once in Washington with you guys as well.
It's true. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, you're already spoiled. You knew already what to expect, right?
Yeah.
Gainer, where are you?
Myself. I was on mute.
Oh, there you are. There you are.
I'm in Nottingham in the UK. So I'm an event director for abstract events, and this is just what the doctor ordered. So we're in the middle of running the Green Party spring conference virtually. So I've got an off hour, so I thought this is a perfect regroup. So I'll show you what I've done. I don't think it's that good.
Oh wow, beautiful. Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Well
Great.
done, eh, Edo? Yeah.
Great job. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Well, we've moved all our events obviously virtually. We're all based at home, and I never thought I'd say I miss the office, but I do. So yeah, we're looking forward to things getting back to normal for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to travelling again. I've not been on an aeroplane for a year, and I've not seen the sea for a year. Because in Nottingham, we're right in the heart of the UK. So yeah.
Yeah, I think we all long for that. Well, if not all of us, obviously. But I think we might be still in the heart of darkness, to put it on a very pessimistic way. But I think that we can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Absolutely, and
Yeah.
I think everything seems to be positive with us. We've seen an influx of bookings this week for live events. So for next year. So hopefully we've got the green shoots of recovery, and we'll be back to normal next year.
Yeah, let's hope that. Let's hope that too. Saskia.
Thank you for having me as well.
Oh, you're most welcome. Thank you. Where is Saskia Dean?
Hi.
There you are. Hello.
Hello. I'm in my dining room in London. I work with Gabrielle, who you just spoke with in her kitchen. I was doing all right with this until I got to the corners, and they're really, really fiddly, so I'm struggling.
You tilt it a little bit? It's a little bit light on it.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
But the corners are...
They're tricky.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, so I work with Gabrielle at Isiog. We've been really busy, as everyone has, converting things to virtual events. And we've got another one upcoming in April that would have been in Canada, but will be online. So that's been keeping us busy.
So if you look at the technical part of going online as a conference, it was a little bit of a business question, but I thought I'd ask it anyway. What is the big difference, according to your own opinion, when it comes to reaching membership or delegates, or has that grown, or has that remained the same, or?
I think broadly speaking, it opened up because attending an event virtually is cheaper and easier. Then it's opened up attendance in our field, I guess, to people perhaps from countries and of backgrounds that might not be able to attend. So that's a good thing. But obviously it's harder to engage them and interact with them as well when you're virtual. So the challenge is making events as kind of interactive and as fun as they were on site. Yeah,
and how would you deem the expectations as when it comes to, have you asked the membership, or what would be their preference in the future? As in keeping it online, or a hybrid version, or only live?
I think it's like everyone seems to want the best of both worlds. So that's why as Gabrielle said, we're looking at how we could go hybrid for the next event, but defining that, because so many people want to attend that couldn't have attended in real life due to financial reasons, for example, even if travel was possible. So it looks like we've got to now meet kind of two markets. the people that want the real life on-site experience and the people that want to attend virtually.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you. This is really fun. I wasn't sure what to expect, and it was a relief to see there was a pattern because I thought we had to do our own. But,
well, it's basically it's literally a disconnect. Actually, the word has been invented by my colleague over at our New York office, who said, "Why don't we come up with something which nobody else is doing, but still connects without?" We all know that we can't do real business or have talks about future meetings. Well, we could have meetings about future meetings, but it's not really the point now to do it normal or the way we usually do it. So that's why we thought, okay, let's remain in contact, have a disconnect actually, not too long, just for 1 hour, and then we'll move on, and everybody had some fun. That was basically the whole thing. Nothing special, but still special, I guess. Mirjam, Rotterdam.
Hi.
Hi.
Want to see mine as well?
Yes.
Well, I thought I would have been better the second time because I did it once in Washington as well together with Jack. But hey, you know, like a little child, you gave it my own touch.
Exactly. So Mirjam, the other week, Rotterdam Partners organized the Rotterdam Experience. And you talked about gamification, am I right? Could you quickly explain what was the main takeout of your event?
Well, it taps into your question, your previous question, is how to engage and what do your delegates want. So through the Rotterdam experiment, we try to find out from other industries what technologies will stick in the future. So the first one was about virtual reality. The second one, indeed, on gamification. And it's all about the experience. So actually what we're doing today is also a kind of gamifying your event. And it is interacting with each other in a different way while you can't meet live. So, and one of the pickups was keep it authentic, keep it real. Don't try too hard, but keep connection real. And I think that's what we're doing here as well. And it's really interesting to find out what other industries are doing. So we can learn a lot from the gaming industry.
Thank you, Mirjam. Shall we move over to Edo? Is there anything what we need to move on with the painting?
No, not really. I hope everybody figured out the box that we used, but it was already in the box, so you just need to put it back in the right way so that you can fold out the back and make a stand out of it so that it's straight up like that. And then you have your own little handmade souvenir of this event. So maybe we can see some hands of people that have finished or share.
Well, I don't think I have yet talked to Simon.
Okay.
Where are you? Where's Simon?
Hi, here. Yes,
yes.
Yeah. And thank you for the invitation to attend this artistic endeavour. I'm not sure whether I'm up to Delft's qualification standard yet. I'm doing there. So,
looks good.
I'm doing quite slowly, I think, in compared to some of the others. But there we go. It's the participation, and it's an opportunity that I didn't expect to come this way. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. Very good. So are you sick and tired of working at home, or did you like it, or did you like it, or somewhere in between?
I think a couple of the earlier speakers have sort of said, I think if you're used to traveling, not having got on a train or a plane or a boat for over a year is slightly strange. It's interrupted my association's usual business. We have a triennial Congress, World Congress, and I think a lot's been said about hybrid or online particularly, and if you're all in the same country or in a couple of countries, that can work quite well. But for an international association, to have a meeting for example, an annual general meeting, which is due at the end of this year, someone's going to be up at 3 o'clock in the morning if everybody's going to join at the same time. And I think that's a challenge that might be difficult to overcome.
Yeah.
And any poll that we've done of a limited number of our representatives, they all want to go back to meeting one another under the same roof and hearing what each other has to say, and then going out and enjoying the culture of whichever venue has been chosen as the scene for a gathering.
I see. Yeah, well, it's beautiful that we have the technology nowadays, but once, and it's not my quote, but somebody else said to me, virtual meetings, they filled the gap, but not the void. So I think it all comes down to that. Well, thank you for being with us. Let's move on to Anita from Rai Convention Center. Where are you? Anita. It seems that she
has a...
Oh, no, that's not Anita. I can't see her.
Anita is in the left corner.
Yeah, you didn't hear me.
Oh, yeah, sorry, there you are.
Yeah, she's showing her result.
I was extremely busy cleaning up the mess because I really made quite some mess, but it's great fun. It's really, but this is mine.
All right.
Beautiful. And I really had some mistakes in the corner. I think it's extremely difficult to be precise and to...
The good thing is that the box basically covers up the corners again, so...
Yeah, you're right, exactly.
Yeah. Once you keep it in the box, you're fine. Yeah.
Yes, I will put it on my desk. It's great fun. It's a good thing to do.
All right, good to know. Thank you.
And Stephanie, do you have a big mess created in your living room or wherever you are in your house?
No, not at all.
No?
No.
Well, show us.
But even for me, the corners are a bit difficult.
Yeah.
Look at that. Yeah. Looks great.
Fantastic. So, Stephanie, are you also want to go back to the office?
Yes.
Or are you going
I'm
back
ready
to
for
the
it,
office already?
Yeah. No, I've been to the office this morning, to be honest. Because we are opening our new location in Rotterdam, and I haven't seen it for a few months yet. So good to see the progression and how it's going on over there.
Okay.
So, but I'm ready for it. Yeah.
Good.
Done with the online meetings.
Well,
sometimes it's easy, but.
Yeah. No. Well, still. I think. How are we doing on time? I believe quite well. Yeah. I think we still have a raffle to do, or is there anything else which we need to do for finishing?
Well, surely before we finish, but I'm not sure if everybody finished. I would like to do like a screenshot with all the end results in it. So
I haven't, because I didn't see Sarah and Eloise yet.
Okay, well, we can answer them first.
Sarah, where are you? There you are.
Okay.
You have the girl with the pearl earring.
Oh, look at that.
Is that all right? I don't know.
Well
excellent. But this is...
That's quite tricky.
Well, I hope so. I should practice with the lighter colours, because I think I couldn't quite get enough differentiation between the colours. But yeah, I'd like to go back to my art teacher now, who failed my O-level, and say, can I have it back now?
Mm-hmm. So what did you think when you got our invitation? So what is this, or did you something to what to expect?
I was like everyone else. I'm glad there was a transfer. I had visions of me trying to draw tulips or something, and I'd have no chance.
Okay.
So yeah, I was really great idea. So this is a really fun idea, because I think it's very hard to do the social stuff online, and I think this is great. And like everyone else, though, I'm just desperate to go back and actually see people. Back to that, so yeah.
Oh, I see there's a question in the chat. So I need to execute some technology here. Yeah. A question from Nika. Will the paint rub off if the tile is not protected? Edo.
It's not supposed to, no. Unless you used way too much water. But actually the product that we're painting on, unglazed tile, is called bisque. And that is made
like the soup? Bisque?
Bisque.
Or bisque?
No, bisque.
Oh, bisque.
Bisque. Derives from biscuit, which means fire twice.
Oh, I was kidding.
Okay. And it's supposed to absorb the paint, so it's not rubbing off.
And I think we haven't yet talked to Eloise.
Hello again. We did speak at the beginning.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, how stupid of me. Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, well, you got a second chance.
Well, I can
Take
show
it.
you that. Similar to Sarah, I think I struggled with the differentiation a bit, but I think it could have been a lot worse.
Well, I recognize it immediately, so no worries there.
What do you want to do first?
Well, up to you. It's you're the master of ceremony in this case. Well, it's actually me, but then you're on the paint side.
All right. So I'm thinking, looking at the screens, that everybody is basically done painting. So let's share our end results, and maybe Pinar can take a screenshot of it. Not sure if mine is also visible. Look at that. Yeah, great job, guys.
Keep the tile into the frame.
You got it, Pinar? All right.
Yeah, she got it. Fantastic.
Great. Now, I hope you guys had a lot of fun doing this, and I hope you will come to Royal Delft to try it again, maybe, or visit our factory. And now we have a prize to give away.
It is indeed time to do the raffle. May I ask Lindsay, my dear colleague, thank you very much, and you will do the honors.
All right.
Yeah? Okay, so here we go.
We
hustle a little bit.
Picked out a beautiful bowl with all the names.
Well, you can't look into it. You must do it like this.
Okay. So, let's see who gets our own Mary Stewart. This one?
It's up to you.
Okay, another one. This one. All right, so our proud Mary goes to Kaylee Goff from C40 Cities.
Hey, thank you.
Congratulations.
That's wicked.
All right, so we'll send it your way. I hope you'll be happy with it. And
send us a picture on where you put it in your house.
I will. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I think that we are, well, it was a short session. That's what we promised to our guests.
Yeah.
And, well, if there's is there any questions in the chat, Lindsay, as far as we know now?
Question from Monique.
Question from Monique.
What will we need to do to make the tile suitable as a coaster? Can we leather the tile?
To be honest,
can you repeat the question, please?
What would we need to do to use the tile as a coaster? And to be honest, I wouldn't use this one as a coaster. This tile, since it's not glazed, is really meant for this workshop to have your own little painting. But I wouldn't use it as a coaster. I think it will break because it was not glazed. So I wouldn't advise that.
All right. Any more questions? And then, if not, I really would like to thank all of you, all of our UK guests, all of our partners, to be with us, of having been with us this evening. Thank you very much, and I do hope that the next occasion will be live, and if not, we'll think of another masterclass, another disconnect here in the Netherlands. Thank you very much, and hope to see you sometime soon. Thank you.
Delft, near The Hague and not far from Amsterdam, has traditionally been the city of great minds, of pioneering inventions, the city of lighting and innovation. Did you know that the microscope was once invented in Delft by Antony van Leeuwenhoek, who was friends with the famous Dutch painter Johannes Vermeer? His whole life he was inspired by the Delft cityscapes and the inhabitants of Delft. And did you know that the most famous girl without a name is also from Delft? From this beautiful, colourful city, but also the city of blue, Delft blue. The classic colour that links the bright history of Delft with the future. Welcome to Delft.